If you want to use ChatGPT as a personal assistant and do stuff like this, then this video is for you. One text from my phone and the task is already on my board. I ramble for 60 seconds and my week comes out scheduled. And stick around for the bonus, because it also finds the work you agreed on calls and then forgot about. This is the system I actually use every single day, and today we're building the ChatGPT version of it starting from nothing. 3 builds, so let's jump right into it. So, the difference between chatting with an AI and having an AI assistant is one thing: where the output lands. If it lands in the chat, you'll forget about it tomorrow. If it lands in a system, it's work that actually exists. So we're giving ChatGPT a workspace, and that workspace is Notion. It's free, it's flexible, and it's perfect for this. So ChatGPT connects to Notion through a plugin. So head right here to plugins, search for Notion, click on it, and click on install plugin. Then click on sign in with Notion, and it will redirect you to this window. If you don't have an account, create one, it's free. Here you'll have your login form, then just input your email and password and click on continue. It will load for a couple of seconds, then you are just pretty much done. Now, I'm using the desktop app for Notion. I've been using it for a long time and it really keeps me productive. You can also use it in the browser, that's okay as well. Now we need to create a place where ChatGPT will store all this information, but we're not gonna do that ourselves. So let's just go back to ChatGPT, open a new chat, and we're just gonna send it this prompt. Set up a database in my Notion called tasks. Then I gave it the fields I wanted to add, also a task type with the type of work that I do. By the way, this is customizable. You can type in anything that you want. You can type in any new field that you want to have in that task database. I bet the task type will be different for you than the ones that I already have here. By the way, I'm on GPT 5.6 so, but you can also use faster models. Okay, it's done. It gave us a link. If we click on it, it will redirect us to our Notion. Okay, right here in the browser. But I just want to go back to the app, and we'll be able to see it right here. I see it under more because I already have a lot of pages here, so let me just delete this one. And now it will show up. I'll drag it up top. This is all we have now, is just a table with the fields we mentioned. ChatGPT already predefined these options. Now let's create one more view that will help us see the items clearly. At the time I'm filming this, Notion MCP doesn't have the capabilities to create views. So we're gonna create this one manually. So click on add a new view, click on board. It selected the test type as a default, but I want to select something else, so click right here on group by. Then here, and I'm just gonna select the date. And that's it for now. Okay, so board's ready. But here's where most productivity setups die. The task board only works if every task makes it there. And tasks show up in the worst moments. In the car, mid-workout, walking out of a call. So we teach ChatGPT its first real job, with something called a skill. I'm gonna explain this simply. A skill is just onboarding a new hire. You explain how you want something done once in writing, and from then on they just do it that way. So in order to create a skill, open a new chat, go to work right here, then paste in this prompt. Create a skill called add task. Anytime I send you something to do, save it straight into my Notion tasks database. My words became the name. If I mention a date, that's the date, otherwise today. If I mention a project or client, set the test type to match. If what I send is too vague to be useful next week, ask me one quick question first. When it's saved, confirm in a single line, okay? Now let's just send it. Okay, it's created, so let's check it. Click right here on plugins. I'm gonna open it in a new tab. Then go to skills, and it's right here, see? It's installed. Okay, now let's actually test it. I'm gonna go on my phone and try it out. So I'm in the ChatGPT app, go right here on chat, click on work, and tell it to create a task, then send a message. Now it's starting to think. It is searching for the available skills and it found add task. Now it's reading the skill. Amazing, it's done. Now let's go ahead and check my Notion right here. See, tomorrow, pay invoices. This was created by ChatGPT. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one with no date. So for tomorrow I have a task called pay invoice. Now anywhere I am, at the gym, waking up in the middle of the night, I can just open up ChatGPT and tell it to create a task for me. You can also tell it to update the description, you can also give it details, you can do anything you want with it. Now let me show you how the skill looks. So if you click on it, it has a name, a description, and then it has the actual instructions. What it does, it also stores the Notion page ID so it doesn't search for it each time, so it doesn't spend too many tokens. It stores the properties so it doesn't have to search for them every time, and then how it works and what to do. Okay, now if ChatGPT starts making mistakes and it doesn't reference the skill each time, then you can also reference it manually. So if you type add and then search for it, add task is this one right here, and just click on it and then give it the task name and send the message, then it will just know how to create it. See, it's using that as skill. It didn't have to search this time because we mentioned it manually. Now we're spending even less tokens. It saved it for today because that's what it has in the instructions. Now if we go back to our Notion, we'll be able to see it here. Now this is the smallest skill I have in my library, and it's one of the few I'd keep if I had to delete the rest. More of the library coming in future videos. This next part that I'm gonna show you is my favorite thing in the whole system. I'm gonna plan something with ChatGPT, get actionable stuff out of it, and then integrate it inside this system. This happened to me a lot of times. I planned something with ChatGPT, I felt very productive, then comes the next morning and nothing actually got done. So I'm gonna teach you how to prevent that. Let's go inside ChatGPT. So let's plan the creation of a new AI agency. Don't reference all the info you have, we're starting from scratch. I need you to give me a full strategy for this. Now I'm gonna stick to this light model here, but usually for planning, you should use a stronger one. Okay, now I'm just gonna send in the prompt. Okay, it's done. It gave me a strategy for it, a business model, then some more information, who to target, then it also created a scorecard for my niche, useful questions, so a lot of information. So let's assume that I read everything and I agree with it and I don't want to plan further, I want to act exactly on what it sent me. Now I'm gonna just tell it, create a list of actionable tasks with details for the whole plan. And it's done. I should have planned something smaller. It created 60 tasks. It didn't actually add them to my Notion. Starting from today, schedule each task and add all of them to my Notion. Okay, just send it. Okay, it's a 90-day backlog. If you work faster, then you can just drag them around yourself. Now it's adding the tasks. Let's go to Notion and see it happening live. Okay, it just popped right here. Now I forgot to do something, so we can't clearly see the order here. For each, add the order in the title. Okay, now it's gonna update all the 60 tasks. While it does so, let's go back to Notion and update this board a bit because it looks pretty ugly. Now go to settings, property visibility. We want to be able to see the status on the task right here, then the date and the test type. Then let's go to conditional color here, new color setting based on status. If the status is not empty, the card background should match the option. Okay, and that's it. Now if we change the task to done, the card will also change to its color. Awesome. Now you see that it's updating the tasks live. It has to take them one by one. Seems like bulk update doesn't work, so let's just wait for that to happen. And it's finally done. Let's go check it out. Now we have them ordered, see? We can see where we left off easier. Now if we finish the tasks earlier, we can just drag stuff around. Let's go back to ChatGPT now and create a skill for this. So next time we don't forget to add stuff like add the order numbers in the titles, right? So I'm just gonna send it this simple prompt. Create a skill called planning for everything we just did. It looks like it's done. Let's go ahead and check it. Click on plugins, skills, and it's right here. Okay, everything we've done so far handles the tasks you know about. Now, how can we build something that finds work in our conversations? This could be emails, client calls, or anything. If you want to find it inside emails, then it's simple. Go to plugins, search for Gmail, and just connect it. Click on plus, continue, choose your account, and you're done. Now you can ask ChatGPT to go and check your email, find stuff that you have to do. It could also draft emails, respond to people. You don't have to copy paste anymore. But we're gonna do something different now. We're gonna take the transcripts of our calls. We're gonna find actionable stuff for us to do in there. And then we're gonna integrate it in our system that we've just built. Okay? Now I've just created this fake transcript with an AI. It's basically just a discovery call between my AI agency and the marketing agent. I don't want to search this myself, so I'm just gonna send it to ChatGPT. Let me open a new chat, go to work, drag and drop it, find actionable stuff for me to do here and create tasks for it. Make sure to also schedule and store them to my Notion test database and add an order inside the title. It's similar to everything we've done so far, just that now it's looking inside a conversation we've had. And it's pretty much done. Let's check our Notion. Of course we have too many tasks here, so it's gonna be a bit hard to differentiate. Oh, not because we have this task type here. The ones we created earlier are agency and the ones we created now are client work. Amazing. It scheduled them starting with today. So we have 2 for today, 2 for tomorrow, then a few for the next 7 days. I think it added 2 per day. It took this decision itself. We can ask it to reschedule if we really want to change something, if we have some days off or something like that. I mean, it's able to think just like an employee. Now let's store this inside a skill. Create a skill for this called distract work. It should work on email threads, client calls, etc. Amazing, it's done. Let's check the plugins right here, skills. So we have all the 3 new skills we created inside this system. Okay, now this system is based on my work and what I do. Everything that I showed you here, you can adapt to your own needs. You can build multiple skills, you can modify the existing ones as you work with them, as you find stuff that you want to improve. But ChatGPT is a real assistant now. It catches tasks the moment you think of them, it turns your rambling into a schedule, and it remembers the promises you did on calls better than you do. You can also connect it to your calendar, as simply as going to plugins, searching for calendar. You have multiple options, Outlook, Google Calendar. And if this is your kind of thing, this is all I do here on this channel. Every week I take AI tools and build systems with them. Some are more complex, some are easier, but most are things that actually run a business. And I show you the whole build, the prompts, the skills, the things that break, how to vibe code. So if you want your work running more like this, you know where to find me. I'll see you in the next one.